Kingdom Wars is a multiplayer creative realm in Minecraft, with 8 current members. Each player has built and controls their own imaginary country through the eyes of their leader. Each nation has its own lore, history, and detail. This video will break it all down for you and will hopefully get you interested in being a fan of Kingdom Wars as well. Kingdom Wars was first imagined in early 2017. The goal was to make a Minecraft world that allowed us to build our own sort of nations, conduct diplomacy, and imagine ourselves as national leaders without the constraints of limited building materials. Games like Civilization, Empire Total War, and previous Minecraft worlds were our inspiration. The first nation started building here, but there was no inspiration. Construction began in the desert biome, and Greg took over the icy mountain region. Desert building progressed. This first ever structure that started as a living quarter is now a police station. It remains as probably the most historically significant building in all of what is now known as His Majesty's Kingdom of Astihar. Greg continued work in his snow-filled region, building on and around the mountain and creating a large wall to contain the whole project. His build eventually became what is now known as Indonia. By April of 2017, we had 3 more friends join the world, who all quickly established small towns, territorial claims, and basic lore. The game was going well at this point. Nations were quickly building. In the next few months, we had yet another member and diplomacy took off. Alliances were made, trade agreements were formed, and nations quickly took sides. Okay, with all of that said, how does the game work? Currently, there are 8 member nations. There's Astihar, Indonia, Woodkern, Prismarina, Rikonosora, Puerto del Sol, Locathor, and Altus. Astihar is the heartbeat of the world's economy and the most populated nation. It has a capital city, 2 smaller cities, Aljana and Riyadh, and a small village, Ba'id. It is a monarchy led by the incumbent, Sultan Ali I. Indonia is the heavily religious and uber-defended superpower located in the earlier mentioned snowy mountain biome. It has a rich culture deep-seated in its fundamental beliefs, and this theocracy is led by the incumbent High Confessor Malachi. Woodkern is the charming woodland nation located in the center of the Kingdom Wars region. Their friendly demeanor and charming hospitality make them a popular tourist destination, and the rugged but kind-hearted Chief Alexander is at the seat of it all. Prismarina is the forward-thinking, well-organized nation that finds itself on the forefront of research, culture, and athletic achievement. Led by a council of knights, Prismarina sees itself under constant development and improvement even during trying times. Rikonosora, located deep in the jungles to the south, is the Eastern-inspired land of crime, commerce, and intimidation, with one of the world's most powerful militaries. At the head of it all, the Daimyo, a powerful and feared leader who is a robust presence at diplomatic meetings. Puerto del Sol is the ancient nation located just west of Rikonosora. Carved from mountains and forged by lava, this nation has a culture of hard-working, intense people. Puerto del Sol's leader, the Pharaoh, does not make too many appearances at international events, but is a revered, mysterious man. Altus is one of the newest nations to join the international community, but quickly found its foothold. The oppressive King Magnus looks over his people with a sharp eye, but the growing population and large building developments do indicate his successful reign. Locathor is a distant nation that strikes fear into any visitor who is unprepared for the intimidation that this nation delivers in just looks alone. The recluse Count Farrakor looks down upon his people from a castle high above the rest of the country. Alright, are you still with me? In this game, what even happens? A few things happen. Diplomacy, building, storylines, war, and the Olympics. In diplomacy, leaders meet to discuss different issues, trade agreements, public announcements, and alliances. On build days, some people will just log on to build their nations, add shops, apartments, houses, or whatever to contribute to their nation's rating. More on that later. Storylines. There are a few ongoing storylines where some nations have internal chaos, changes in leadership, or disagreements with other nations. War. There have been no wars yet, but we'll make another video soon explaining our rules for war. Olympics. There have been 2 Olympic Games. They happen annually and will eventually involve all national teams. Winner gets more wealth. We'll make another video soon explaining every nation's sport and their participation in the games. Ratings. Ratings determine how powerful your nations are. 2 judges, or other players, will give your nation 3 ratings: attack, defense, and wealth. Attack is how large your army is and how well you will fare in war. This is determined by military bases, or military facilities such as barracks. Defense. Can your nation protect itself? Bigger walls, defense towers, and militia facilities earn you a better rating here. Wealth. Arguably the most important. How wealthy is your nation? More stores, more residences, more attractions, more money. Plus, winning the Olympic Games and signing trade agreements can earn you more wealth points. Of course, there aren't actually thousands of people in our nations or citizens actually manning every store counter, but that's where the fun is for us. A lot of imagination goes into Kingdom Wars, and it's what keeps us interested and active. If you want to see every nation in more detail, you're in luck. We have a showcase series where each nation is looked at a little bit more in depth. Want to join our help? Spots are limited, but we are looking for build assistants, volunteers in the Olympic Games, or possibly a new nation. If you want to learn more, send us an email, link in description. Lastly, thanks for watching. There will be more update videos on the way.